Hello, everyone. I'm Denise Fernandes, and today we have two special guests. We have Daniela de Souza with Win Mortgage. She's a lender. And then you want to talk a little bit about you, Daniela? What you do for the community and things like that?
Okay, so I am a local mortgage broker and I love Flagler County. I call myself the pet friendly and heroes lender. And so that is heroes lender. I love to work with first responders and essential workers. And actually, with Homes for Heroes, we provide a discount for anyone that any hero that purchases a home. And then the pet friendly is I love pets, and anybody that closes on a loan with me, I will contribute up to $150 towards a pet rescue or pet training. Yeah.
That's awesome. And then we do have a really special guest. She is the president and founder of Vincent's Clubhouse. Her name is Erica Maria Flores. And today she's gonna share all the news. We're gonna have a big event coming up, which I'm super excited because my son is autistic and I'm wearing my shirt.
Yeah.
So, Erica, tell a little bit about the event that is coming up and let's chat.
All right, awesome. So thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm really excited to be here with you guys this morning. I am the president and founder of Vincent's Clubhouse. We're a local nonprofit organization here in Flagler County dedicated to serving and advocating for individuals with autism and related disabilities. And we do that through a variety of different ways. We provide quality resources, inclusive opportunities, and engaging programs. We have advocacy programs through our organization. Our summer camp that we do this year, it is scheduled for July 15th through the 19th. It's a week-long summer camp that's inclusive. We host support groups once a month, the first Thursday of each month, for families who are, just needing some support and some guidance and some resources together. And then our social events. It's very, very important for individuals on the autism spectrum to be able to come together, to be able to socialize in an environment that, it's free from judgment. They're free to be themselves, their families feel comfortable. So we do social events as well. So we're really, really excited. Our second annual Autism Awareness Festival is coming up April 6th at the Town Center in Palm Coast from 11 to 2. We had our first festival was last year, and it was wildly successful. And we had such amazing feedback from the community, and we're just really, really excited about what's coming up.
So I was part of the first last year, the first autism festival, and my big takeout, I think they teach us more than we can even imagine. We did a table, and EXP Realty did a table with arts and crafts, and then also I hired someone to do a face painting. And a little girl came to my table. She was probably on the 30th, and she said she never had her face painting before because of the touch. And I said, she's going to be very gentle with you. Let's see if you can do it. And she did it. And as soon as she was doing the face painting, she was like, this is new to me and I never done it before. And my tear was just like, you make a difference going to this event. It's so impactful, and I encourage everyone to be part of it. It's April 6th, 11 to 2 on a town center. And then anything else that you like to share that it's going on?
Absolutely. So it's exactly what you said. I mean, we're trying to have this we have this Autism Awareness Festival and resource fair because, I get a lot of calls very, very frequently from families in Flagler County, specifically looking for resources for their children and adults with disabilities and autism specifically. And, it's really a great opportunity for the community to come together, have all of the resources that they need that's available. We do a very, very exhaustive approach to try and find all of the available resources in our communities and surrounding communities. We have people coming down from Jacksonville. We have people coming from St. Johns County, Volusia County, to be able to give our residents in Flagler County, the most information that they can find in one location, because that's very it can be a very daunting process for families and parents with children and young adults on the spectrum. So, we're really excited about having some really incredible vendors who are going to be coming, providing the information. We do have a free bounce house village this year, sponsored by Premier Chiropractic. So we're super excited about that. Families can come, enjoy, have a great time. We have our kids zone that's going to be hosted by Vincent's Clubhouse. So we're doing, different crafts and water games and, just a really great time. We'll have food trucks. We have a DJ coming, so there'll be lots of music and fun. We have a performance by the Downright Dancers from the Fun Coast Down Syndrome Association, another local organization here in Flagler County. So we're just really excited to bring our community together. That's really what our goal is to bring our community together. People with disabilities live in Flagler County, and, I think it's an underserved population here, specifically, in the country, but, specifically in our county. And, that's really what I'm passionate about, is how are we going to provide resources and services to individuals in Flagler. One of the things that comes up a lot, and you guys probably hear this, being in your industry, is, we have a lot of families, young families coming into Palm Coast, coming into Flagler County, and they're buying houses and they want to get settled here in this county because it's a beautiful county. And they have young children with disabilities. And what happens is they become invested in our community. Their children get older, and Flagler Schools does a great job. I work very closely with Flagler Schools and the exceptional student education department in Flagler Schools. But what happens is our children get older, they grow up, and what are we doing in our community for people with autism and disabilities related to housing and employment and transportation? These topics that really impact individuals as they grow old. And I've had very successful, dedicated individuals, parents come to me and say, if we don't do something here in our county, when our children get older, we're going to have to move. And that's very disheartening because, Flagler County is a great place to live. We love it here, but we need to do a better job. So that's one of the things that Vincent's Clubhouse is really dedicated to doing. And one of the things that I think our Autism Festival really brings light to is, we're here. There's families with disabilities who are here. And we want to make sure that our kids grow up to be adults who are able to live in this community successfully.
No, Erica, we cannot
Wow.
thank you. You do so much for our community. We're so grateful, especially being autism mom. I'm just so grateful for you. Thank you.
Well, thank you
I
for
have a
saying that.
question, Erica.
Absolutely.
So, is there a place that people can go to look for the resources available in Flagler County?
There isn't.
Would they go to your website?
Yes.
Or
Well, with Vincent's Clubhouse, we're actually, one of the things that we're doing, I'm glad you mentioned that, because we are working on revamping our website to have a resources tab where these types of programs and organizations, it's sort of like we're trying to create like a one-stop shop where I can direct them to our website to be able to get that information, because there really just isn't a place, and it can be very disheartening and very discouraging. A lot of time that goes into that for parents to be able to find those types of things. I do a lot of work with the Florida Developmental Disabilities Council. So, there was a huge initiative for housing and transportation in the last 2 years. So I've been doing a lot of work with trying to find appropriate housing for people with disabilities. It's a huge issue, and we think about, and it's not just in our community. Yeah, you were
so
going to say
what
something,
about
like
the city council, or we went to a Flagler affordable housing. There's a Flagler affordable
Mhm.
housing committee. I mean, are those things that people
They
could get
are.
involved in?
Absolutely. The issue is that the wait lists are so extensive. Um, I'm so sorry. That's my. Yeah. Yeah, the issue is that the wait lists are so extensive. And then also making sure that the housing the housing that's available is affordable and that they're ADA compliant. So you'd think
Mhm.
a lot of you'd think that naturally they'd be ADA compliant, but they're not. So it's not just when I'm doing this work. It's not just work with people with disabilities or people with autism, but also physical limitations as well. Access with wheelchairs and ovens are ovens and stoves low enough that you're able to reach it. I mean, you think of all of these things that unless we're experiencing it, we don't really think about it. So
Yeah, for
housing is a
sure.
huge, transportation and employment, it's a big deal.
Mhm.
Flagler County is great. There's some wonderful, phenomenal business owners that I've spoken to that would be very willing, are very open to hiring individuals with disabilities. We have a lot of really kind-hearted, open-minded individuals, business owners, and that's great. But then you have the issue of how are these individuals going to get to work? We don't
Mm.
have very robust public transportation system. So how's that going to work? So there's a lot of logistics that go around it, that Vincent's Clubhouse is really trying to, specifically here in Flagler County, make strides towards serving this underprivileged or underprivileged group of people that we really need to advocate for.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And yes, like you said, the Flagler, the housing, housing authority and all of those types of people, we're trying to connect with and whatnot. But we have a lot of apartments going up, new apartment complexes going up, looking at are any of those apartments allocated for people with disabilities, to be able to come in and rent them. Probably not is the answer, so it's like, and honestly, it's not even, I don't think it's for a lack of, I don't think it's intentional. I think people aren't just bringing it up. People just, it's just not, we just don't have a seat at the table, and when I say we, I'm talking about, families with people with disabilities, children with disabilities, individuals, self-advocates. We don't have a seat at the table. And that's the problem. And that's what I'm working really hard to fight is, you know, we want to bring this to people's attention that this is an issue and we love this community. We want to stay in this community, but it needs to be accessible for everybody.
Awesome.
A great point.
Absolutely.
And that's what I love about our Autism Awareness Festival is it brings families together. It's just a one very small example of we can do things together. We can showing that there's such diversity in this in our community, and we neurotypical people and people with autism and neurodiverse people can work together and accomplish things together and play together and live very successfully together. And that's what we're working for.
Awesome. I'm gonna get with you on something after the video. So thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. All the link and the information is going to be here below.
Thank you. And when is it?
Thank you.
April 16th?
April 6th, Saturday, April 6th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Central Park Town Center.
Perfect.